Okay, I'm gonna get right into it. Except to say, this I got this incense burner. This is very. This feels very Diablo 2 to me, but this is how I'm feeling today. And God, I need the protection. Fuck, we're talking about Roblox again, and I might end up reiterating some things I've said on here, but um, I really need millennials to be talking about this game. Look at it with your eyeballs open, or I need someone my age to explain to me what's going on in Roblox and why I don't need to be freaking out. Haven't seen it yet. I've only seen I've seen videos of, 18, 19, 20-year olds trying to be whistleblowers, but they've grown up in this culture, Roblox, and what is normal to them is not good. Not good. I always have to wrestle with feeling like I'm pearl clutching, you know, as adults do about kids. And I know the internet was the Wild West for us too, in some ways, right? Could you get groomed on Gaia Online? Yes. Or Neopets or Habba Hotel. Like, yeah, the internet is not it's not ever a safe place. Um, but Roblox is so far. Like Roblox itself. Like the grooming happened because the internet inherently is dangerous. Those games made attempts to keep that from happening. And you knew, at least this was my impression growing up, and my parents, was that if it was an online game that was catered towards children, there was some attempt to being made to make it safer. And Roblox seemingly does the opposite. And when it tries to do something performatively uh, about safety, it's it's not. It has the opposite effect too often. Um, I need like an older Gen Z or maybe early millennial, some zillennial, to investigate, like a YouTuber, to do an investigation on Roblox. Um, and because because I needed to be not a boomer, because like Chris Hansen started working with Schlepp, who is, I think he's 19 or 20. He was kind of vigilante style hunting pedophiles who were on Roblox because Roblox was doing nothing. And just I could see in the way they were talking and interacting with each other that the age gap was too far. Like we need internet natives, and I feel like a zillennial or older Gen Z is enough of an internet native that they they can understand enough of what's going on, even if they haven't experienced the specifics of it. But I feel like to convince you of this, all you have to do is one, go on Roblox. First of all, the idea of saying you're going to play Roblox, you wouldn't say, I'm going to go play Steam, right? I'm going to go play the App Store. Roblox is a platform for games. The closest analogy that doesn't exist but gets to the idea is if you imagined if you launched Minecraft and instead of playing Minecraft, you're presented with a front page of a lot of mini games that were all developed by like kids and maybe barely not kids. And it's all using this like Minecoin currency. And because it's made by kids and you can trade those mine coins for real money, then it's like the lowest common denominator dopamine farm, gambling, whatever, to get the mine coins. And also there's account progression, so there's prestige items, and that's what gives that Minecoin, the sustained value, aside from it just being like a casino chip, basically. I don't know. I'm pushing the narrative of it being very negative, and I could see someone who's grown up playing Roblox being like, no, like being put off by how negative I'm portraying it. But it, the things I'm saying are not untrue. Um, but so if you can imagine, like your kid opening up Minecraft and it being like the worst of the App Store in terms of dopamine hack mobile games that are trying to get the kids to like slip up and use their parents' credit card. But also, it's not like the App Store because it's unregulated. It's regulated by Roblox, which is to say not at all. So all you need to do is go and open up Roblox, look at like the top 10, 20, 30 games, the kind of content that's there, and imagine opening up the Steam page. Even imagine opening up the gaming section of the App Store if you're a kid. Imagine going to Blockbuster, God forbid, and looking at the video games for rent, you know, like the stuff that's there. The brain rot, I have to. The adult themes is tricky. That's always been a thing in video games. Is like, how do we feel about adult themes in video games? Where do we draw the line age wise? I think it's it's different. Like parents at the end of the day get to decide. I think my concern is that like Roblox is such a black box. I feel like the kid says, "Oh, I'm gonna go play Roblox," and maybe if you were like me, a millennial, you're like, "Okay, that's a game for kids, and every fucking kid plays it, so it must be fine. It must be safe. It's a game for kids, and everybody else allows their kid to play it, so it must be okay." Um, go on the front page, look at the games, and then I'll try to link some videos. But if you go and look at the Roblox creators, when they're talking about drama in with Roblox, like particularly when Schlepp got a cease and desist, listen to the way these teenagers talk about grooming and like mini games that is, it's, you know, like a shower simulator. It's just a server that has a setup that has a shower, and that's the game. Right? They're not even trying to hide it. You know, this is not like bad actors behind the scenes manipulating the system to lure kids, and it's kind of like the way these kids talk about the stuff that is like so unsafe, as though it's just like a normal part of the environment, and like, yeah, you know, like you're gonna find a pedophile in a server once a week or so, and it's like, hey, no, I don't need what? Hello? I saw they just introduced an age verification feature, which again is one of those things where it's like, okay, we're facing controversy. We have to do something. Let's do the stupidest thing. And at some point, you have to wonder whether it's intentional, because their chief safety officer has an upsetting number of hours in one of these essentially sex simulator servers, right? Like, just the tiniest veneer of plausible deniability. But none of the kids who were playing it, like, they all knew what it was. It was over the course of months. Like, it was, and, you know, the cope is like, oh, he was investigating. No, like, you would look at that for like 2 seconds as an adult and say, Yeah, shut it down, obviously. And all of them like it because this is a platform for kids. But we have to understand that the CEO of this company is continuing after all this backlash with one of the biggest content creators for Roblox becoming a vigilante to find pedophiles. After that controversy, pushing through in wanting to do a dating feature and having this distinction between like having 17 plus games and wanting to treat it like this is, I understand, like in your insane delusion, maybe you're like, okay, Roblox can expand to be not just a platform for kids games, but you have to face the reality. That's what it is right now. That's that's kind of what allowed you to make so much money. So like lean into that. Maybe you don't need a dating feature, like you don't need it. And with all these decisions where you like one or two of these, you're like, oh, they're just insanely stupid or out of touch. But it starts to look more intentional. And when I look at the way they've implemented this age verification feature, basically the idea is you verify your age by giving a photo. Your kid gets to take a photo of them, and AI will guess their age and put them in an age bracket, and they can only talk to people of that age range. Excuse me? I can't imagine. Like, if I went to my mother and I was like, hey, I want to play this online game, but I have to send them a picture of my face so they can tell how old I am. She would have said, hey, guess what? That's a video game. You don't have to play that. And we're not sending a random company a picture of your face just so you can play a video game. And also, the very obvious problem that came up is that now parents can't talk to their children when they're trying to play with them. Like you would think that is such an obvious problem that would have been something that they had an exception for or like a system for. But they didn't. And they launched it without it. And everyone was like, hey, this doesn't work. And obviously the other part is like, how easy is it to fake and duke out the AI system and to get it to think that you are a certain age? And now those kids that you're grooming have less an ability to access adults within the game to help them. They're just talking to other kids. Other kids. Why? This, okay. This game is like ubiquitous. Like, every kid is playing, if they're playing video games, like every kid has this game. And yet I feel like no one my age knows anything about it. It's like I watch these videos about like from these 20-year-olds who are talking about my favorite Roblox games from when I was a kid, you know, like playing they were 10 in 2012, you know, and they have nostalgia for it, and they're starting to see the cracks, but also like they were living in that environment their whole childhood, and they like what they just accept as normal. I don't think people know. I can't imagine that people know. Or I need some video gaming investigative or commentary, like commentary YouTuber who's like savvy enough to get it, but old enough to pearl clutch like I am, and talk to people who are my age, who are like parent aged. I was so surprised when the pedophile stuff came out, and I thought that would like be the crack in the door that people would wake up and start investigating the rest of the shit that goes on in that game. That gaming platform, I should say. Like, we've opened the case, but then everyone was not, they were just like, oh, wow. They were all like, damn, that's crazy. Anyway, I don't know. Yelling at clouds, perhaps.